Hey guys, my name is Steve gmtech. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm taking you for a vlog on this 19 Silverado that was towed in last week for a brake failure. I diagnosed it and found an internal leak inside the master cylinder. I originally thought I could recalibrate the module. Since it's quite common on that year, the first year of that generation, it was a hard fall. I couldn't do anything at that point. The brake couldn't work. As you guys see, I'm driving it. I had to go in first gear, put in the lowest gear possible, and because the brakes, I literally had to stand on it pretty much to stop. It would not do anything. And when that happened, the dash pretty much looked like a Christmas tree. And I just grabbed my my scan tool, and I was scanning it for code. It had to be code a C05B0. That's the hard fault code for internal leak level 2. And you have a C1AB2 for a bleeding problem. And right here I'm preparing the module before I remove it. In case you guys didn't know, the brake system fluid, it's not good for the paint of the car. So as a result, you have to protect the paint by putting some kind of rag, a big plastic sheet on it, so it doesn't damage the paint. That's the main reason why we do that. So as you guys see here, I got all 4 wheels off, and when you have all 4 wheels, that will help you better to bleed the brake system when you're done at the end. And you have to take the wheel liners off. That thing, you know, what is it? The mud flap, I think. Yeah, mud flap. And you got a couple T15 here. You need to remove those. GM will come in to do this from the top, not at the bottom. But I found it's a lot easier to access that module from the bottom of the car, on the driver front wheel well. But that's where the brake master cylinder is, if you can call it. It is not a conventional brake master cylinder because it's actually electronics. It's really literally, that's what it is, electronics. And as you see here, that the big module back there, the connector goes in, removing those lines, stop leaking out. And I'll switch from the inside of the vehicle to take to unbolt it from the body. It is held by 450 millimeter and 113 that hold the brake pedal, and 110 millimeter on the outside. I'm removing the coolant bottle too, so I can have better access to it. That's what GM recommended originally to do, but I just decided to go that route. It's a lot easier. I couldn't really film that part because it's a lot very crowded in there. You really can't put my phone down there. So removing the last bolt right now, 10 millimeter from the outside. And there you go. Ow. Well, there you have it, guys. That's your master cylinder. It is divided in 3 parts pretty much. You got the HCU, the hydraulic control unit, what we call the master cylinder, and the reservoir. And you have the computer itself that control it. The reservoir separate from it. You have, when you buy it new from GM, it doesn't come with a reservoir unless you ask for it. So they will get, you have to put the old one in it so you can make it work. You need the sensor right there, and those seals are one-time use. Once you take them off, you can reuse them. And it is very tight. It has to be. The things are under the ton of pressure. So I'm removing the connector there, so I can put on the new reservoir in. Old reservoir, the new HCU. I wouldn't recommend anybody to do the job DIY at all because it is very high tech. Have a professional do it for you. It's not only it's easier to install it than program it. This can take forever to program, forever. And the bleeding procedure, it goes to 2 bleeding procedure, and it's not an easy task. It takes you longer to program and bleed it than actually install it. Literally, I wouldn't recommend anybody to do it. Take it to the dealership or to a reputable shop, have it done professionally, and you need a skin tool to do it, and all those special tools to get that job done properly and make it work. Because your brake system is one thing you don't want to gamble if you don't know what you're doing. It's not like the old days where you used to it was a regular brake and hydraulics and that's it, and they rarely fail. But it happens these days. And you see here I'm adding fluid. Those things take a special fluid, .4. You can put .3 like the old days. It's .4 on those Chevy trucks. I'm putting things back together and ready to program it. Plug the battery and yep. Alright, now we're back in the truck and ready to program the brake control module and we calibrate the system. So in case I didn't mention it before, those vehicles is a 2-step bleeding procedure. You bleed it with the computer first. The second step is to manually bleed it. The regular bleed, like you start from the right wheel, left wheel, right front, left front. You wheel that further from the master cylinder. That's where you're gonna start first. So that's pretty much what it is. It takes forever to do, by the way. It takes a long time, almost an hour. It takes longer to bleed it than actual fix it. Right now I'm putting a battery maintainer so you can hold voltage. Because you don't want voltage, high voltage when you do those vehicles. Anything can mess the modules. You want to maintain the correct voltage. And those vehicles want to pick their 12.6 to 1350. That sounds right. Yep. So you have to go back and forth between unplugging the brake fluid level sensor, because those things on a lot of pressure, so you have to do it. You have to constantly go back and forth, and if you don't do it, then it's not going to start the procedure. It's a 6-step procedure, and it's gonna measure the brake pedal force, how far down the brake pedal goes. It pretty much recalibrate the whole braking system. That's all it is. It just takes forever. So now I'm walking towards the tool room in the shop to get the brake bleeding. I'm about to do the manual bleeding now. I'm done with the first step. You need to put pressure. We need this special tool to put pressure on the system up to 20 psi and let it do its thing. So if those things take special brake fluid, I have to go away the old fluid that was in it which was dot 3, sorry. When you take the dot 3 out and you put dot 4, I have to flush out the system, flush out the brake tool, make sure that only dot 4 come out of it to flush the system. Right now I'm doing the right wheel, and I'm gonna move to the left wheel, then to the right front, and to the left front. And if you don't like the way the brake pedal feel, you're gonna have to do it a couple more times. Make sure that you have the right amount of fluid in it, because if you don't, then it's a problem, meaning you're putting air on the system and your brake pedal just won't feel right. That's a good sign right there. You got fluid coming out. Now I think I'm in the right front. No air bubble in the system, which is good. And we're going to jump to the left front. That's the last one. And yeah, that's all it is. That was the final step of the bleeding procedure. Now you need to use the skin tool to pressure test it and to see if it leaks. Now, well, back in the truck now. I put new brake pad and roller in the back and new module. No lights. Now I got brakes. The car wouldn't stop before that, so now it is working. I'll take it for a quick test drive, see what it feels like. So far so good. So far so good. Prior to that, this car, the dash will be on like a Christmas tree. There are no brakes, the car wouldn't stop. Seems good. Good, perfect. Perfect. I'm going around the parking lot, and when I come back in the morning, I'll go for a good drive. It's 5 o'clock, it's time of the day, time to go home. Perfect. I'm going to bring it back in the shop and driving in the morning. So far so good. Alright guys, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.